The evening road stretched wide and quiet, covered in a soft orange glow from the setting sun. Cars moved slowly, keeping distance from one another. The air felt calm, almost heavy, like the world was holding its breath. Tom drove his old sedan with care, both hands on the steering wheel. He always drove like this, steady and alert. Life had taught him to be careful. In the back seat, his daughter Mia leaned against the window. She was 9 years old, small for her age, with curious eyes that never seemed to stop watching the world. Her school bag rested beside her, half open, with papers sticking out. She hummed a tune she had learned in class, not caring if it was perfect. Tom glanced at her through the mirror and smiled. Moments like this mattered to him more than anything. Being a single dad was not easy, but it was his life, and he accepted it fully. Every day began early and ended late. He worked long hours at a repair shop, fixing engines, changing tires, and cleaning his hands again and again. The pay was just enough. Some months were harder than others, but Mia always had food, school supplies, and a warm bed. That was what mattered. Tom had not always lived this way. Years ago, his life had looked very different. Back then, he was younger, less careful, and more trusting. He had believed things would always work out without effort. He had been wrong. The road curved gently ahead. Then Tom noticed flashing lights in the distance. Red and blue lights blinked near the shoulder. He slowed the car and leaned forward slightly. A police car stood at an angle, blocking part of the lane. A large road sign had fallen and lay partly in the street. Cars ahead slowed down, moved around it, and kept going. No one stopped. Tom felt that familiar pull in his chest, the one that came whenever he saw someone struggling alone. He eased the car to the side and stopped at a safe distance. "Dad, why are we stopping?" Mia asked. "There is an officer who needs help," Tom said calmly. "Stay in the car and keep your seat belt on." Mia nodded. She trusted him completely. Tom stepped out of the car. The air felt cooler now, carrying the smell of dust and metal. He walked toward the police car. A female officer stood near the fallen sign, pushing against it with effort. The sign was heavy, and the wind had not helped. "Do you need a hand?" Tom asked. The officer turned. She looked surprised at first, then relieved. She was around Tom's age, maybe a little younger. Her uniform was neat, but her face showed signs of a long shift. Still, her posture was strong. "Yes, thank you," she said. The wind knocked it down. "I cannot move it alone." They both grabbed the edge of the sign. Tom felt the weight pull against his arms, but he pushed steadily. Together, they dragged it toward the shoulder and set it down safely. As they straightened up, the officer looked at him more closely. Her eyes narrowed slightly, not in suspicion, but in focus. Tom felt something shift inside him. Her face stirred a memory he could not yet reach. "Thanks again," she said. "Not many people stop." Tom shrugged. It felt like the right thing. The officer nodded, then paused. She kept looking at him, her expression changing. The tired look faded, replaced by something else. Recognition. Tom felt it too. His chest tightened. He knew that face. Not from today. From long ago. The officer spoke slowly. "Have we met before?" Tom swallowed. His mind raced back through time, through places and moments he rarely visited anymore. Then it clicked. His breath caught. "Yes," he said quietly. "I think we have." For a moment, the road noise faded. The cars passing by felt far away. Only the two of them stood there, held by a memory neither had planned to face. "My name is Anna," she said. Tom nodded. "I am Tom." Anna took a step back, as if steadying herself. "I did not expect this," she said honestly. "Neither did I," Tom replied. The silence between them was heavy but not angry. It carried years of unspoken thoughts. Anna glanced toward Tom's car. "Is that your child?" "Yes," Tom said. "My daughter." Her name is Mia. Anna's expression softened. She is waiting patiently. She is used to it, Tom said. Life taught her to be patient. Anna looked back at him. Life taught us both a lot, did it not? Tom did not answer right away. His thoughts drifted backward. Years ago, he had lived in a small town near the river. It was a place where everyone knew each other. He had worked at a warehouse back then. He had plans, dreams, and someone he trusted deeply. A single decision had changed everything. That day still lived inside him, quiet but present. A day at a public office. Raised voices. A misunderstanding that grew larger than it should have. He had felt powerless, judged before being heard. Anna had been there. Younger then. New to her role. Bound by rules she did not create. Tom remembered her eyes from that day. They were the same eyes now. Anna broke the silence. I often think about that time, she said. About the people involved. Tom nodded. So do I. The radio on her shoulder crackled softly. She glanced at it, then back at him. I am still on duty, she said. But I am glad you stopped. So am I, Tom replied. Anna hesitated. You look different, she said. Stronger somehow. Tom gave a small smile. Life forced me to grow. They stood there another moment. The wind moved lightly across the road. The flashing lights continued their steady rhythm. I should finish clearing this area, Anna said finally. Tom nodded. I should get my daughter home. Before he turned away, Anna spoke again. Tom, she said. I am glad you are doing well. He met her gaze. I hope you are too. Tom walked back to his car. Mia watched him closely as he got in. Dad, you were gone a while, she said. I ran into someone I used to know, Tom replied. Was she nice? Mia asked. Yes, Tom said. She was. As Tom pulled back onto the road, he checked the mirror. Anna stood near her car, watching traffic move safely again. Their eyes met once more through the distance. Then the road curved, and she was gone from view. Tom drove on, his thoughts quiet but full. The past had reached out to him in an unexpected way. He did not feel fear. He did not feel anger. He felt something closer to understanding. The road ahead was long, but for the first time in years, a small weight had lifted from his chest. The drive home felt quieter than usual. Tom kept his eyes on the road, but his thoughts stayed behind, near the flashing lights and the woman in uniform. Mia watched the passing buildings and trees, unaware of the weight in her father's chest. When they reached their small apartment, the sky had darkened. Streetlights glowed softly, and the day felt complete. Tom parked the car and helped Mia carry her bag inside. Their home was simple. 2 bedrooms, a small kitchen, and a living room with an old sofa that had seen better days. It was not fancy, but it was clean, warm, and safe. Mia dropped her bag near the door. Can I do my homework after dinner? She asked. Yes, Tom said. Wash your hands first. As Mia went to the sink, Tom stood still for a moment. The memory of Anna's face came back again. He shook his head gently, as if telling himself to stay present. He moved into the kitchen and started preparing dinner. The sound of chopping vegetables and boiling water filled the room. Cooking was one of the few things that helped Tom think clearly. It gave his hands work while his mind slowly sorted itself. Mia sat at the table, swinging her legs. Dad, she said, you looked serious back there. Tom paused. He chose his words carefully. Sometimes people from the past show up when we least expect it. Is that bad? Mia asked. No, he said. Not bad. Just surprising. Mia nodded, satisfied with the answer. She trusted him. Later that night, after dinner and homework, Tom tucked Mia into bed. She hugged her pillow and smiled sleepily. Good night, Dad. Good night, he said, turning off the light. Tom went to his room but did not sleep right away. He sat on the edge of the bed, his hands resting on his knees. His thoughts drifted back many years, to a time before he was a father, before life had hardened him. Back then, Tom had lived near the river town. He was young, hopeful, and certain that honesty was always enough. He worked long hours but believed effort would protect him from trouble. One afternoon, a simple work issue turned into a serious misunderstanding. Words were exchanged. Accusations were made. The situation grew faster than he could control. Anna had been there that day, standing behind a desk, wearing a uniform that was still new to her. She had followed the rules given to her, even when her eyes showed doubt. Tom remembered feeling unseen. He remembered leaving that place with nothing but questions. That day had started a chain of events that led him away from that town. Away from people he trusted. Toward a quieter, harder life. Now, years later, she stood on the roadside, older and steadier. And so was he. The next morning, Tom woke early and went to work. The repair shop smelled of oil and metal. Engines waited with open hoods, silent and patient. His co-worker Sam waved as he entered. "Morning," Sam said. "You look tired." "Long day yesterday," Tom replied. He worked through the morning, fixing brakes and checking engines. His hands moved on their own, guided by habit. Yet his mind kept drifting back to Anna. He wondered what she had thought after he left. He wondered if she carried the same memory. Across town, Anna finished her shift and returned to her small house. She set her keys on the table and removed her uniform jacket. The house was quiet. She lived alone, surrounded by books and simple furniture. She poured herself a glass of water and sat by the window. The image of Tom helping her lift the sign replayed in her mind. His calm voice. His steady hands. The child waiting in the car. Anna had thought of him many times over the years. Not with regret, but with questions. She had often wondered what became of the people she met early in her career, especially those who were caught in moments they did not deserve. Seeing Tom again had brought relief she did not expect. Later that day, Anna found herself driving the same road again, this time off duty. She slowed near the spot where the sign had fallen. Everything was normal now. Traffic flowed easily. She parked for a moment, just to breathe. She thought about Mia. A child raised with care and patience. A sign that Tom had found his way forward. That evening, Tom returned home tired but calm. He cooked dinner and listened as Mia talked about school. Her laughter filled the room, grounding him. After Mia went to bed, Tom sat at the small table and sorted through bills. Life was steady but demanding. Still, the heaviness he had carried for years felt lighter. Days passed. Work, school, meals, sleep. The routine continued, but something inside Tom had shifted. He felt more open, less guarded. One afternoon, as Tom left the repair shop, he saw a police car parked across the street. His heart skipped for a moment before he realized it was not Anna. Still, it reminded him of her. Across town, Anna stood in a community center, speaking to a small group about road safety. She answered questions patiently, her voice clear and calm. When the event ended, an older woman thanked her for her time. "Service like yours matters," the woman said. Anna smiled. "It matters to me too." That night, Anna found an old notebook in a drawer. Inside were notes from her early training days. Names, dates, and reflections. One page carried a short line she had written years ago. "Remember the people behind the cases." She closed the notebook gently. A week later, fate brought them close again. Tom stopped by a local market after work. He walked through the aisles, picking up bread and fruit. As he turned a corner, he nearly bumped into someone. "I am sorry," he said. "It is okay," came a familiar voice. Tom looked up. Anna stood there, holding a basket. She wore simple clothes, no uniform. They both paused, surprised, then smiled. "Hello," Anna said. "Hello," Tom replied. For a moment, they stood awkwardly. Then Anna spoke. "How is your daughter?" She is doing well, Tom said. School keeps her busy. I am glad, Anna said. You are doing a good job. Tom felt warmth in her words. Thank you. They walked together toward the checkout, talking lightly. About work. About the town. About small things. At the door, Anna stopped. Tom, she said, would you like to have coffee sometime? Just to talk. Tom hesitated briefly, then nodded. Yes. I would like that. They exchanged a simple time and place. As Tom walked home later, he felt something new. Not hope in a loud way, but a quiet sense of balance. The past was no longer chasing him. It was standing beside him, understood. Back home, Mia greeted him with a smile. Dad, you look happy. Tom smiled back. I feel calm, he said. That night, as the city settled into sleep, two people prepared to face old memories with new strength. The road that once divided them now connected them again, not through duty or chance, but through understanding and growth. The cafe stood on a quiet corner near the park. It was small and warm, with wooden tables and soft music playing in the background. Morning light came through the windows, touching the cups and plates with a gentle glow. Tom arrived early. He chose a table near the window and waited, his hands wrapped around a cup of plain coffee. He felt calm, but alert. He had not met many people like this in years. Life had been about work and Mia. Anything outside that circle felt new again. Anna arrived a few minutes later. She wore simple clothes and carried herself with the same steady presence Tom remembered. When she saw him, she smiled and walked over. Good morning, she said. Good morning, Tom replied. They sat down, and for a moment neither spoke. The silence felt natural, not heavy. It gave them time to settle. Anna spoke first. Thank you for agreeing to meet. I am glad we did, Tom said. They talked about small things at first. The weather. The park nearby. The cafe food. Slowly, the conversation shifted, as if both knew it would. I often think about the early days of my work, Anna said. I was careful to follow rules, sometimes too careful. Tom nodded. Rules feel different when you stand on different sides of them. Anna looked at him with understanding. That day changed how I saw my role. I learned that every situation has more than one truth. Tom took a slow breath. That day changed my life. But it also pushed me toward something better. Anna smiled softly. Your daughter. Yes, Tom said. She gave my life direction. They spoke about Mia for a while. About school projects and favorite meals. Anna listened closely, asking gentle questions. You built something strong, she said. Tom shrugged lightly. I just showed up every day. That matters, Anna replied. Outside, people walked through the park. Children played near the swings. The world moved steadily forward. After coffee, they walked together for a short distance. The park path was lined with trees. Leaves moved lightly in the breeze. I should get to work, Tom said. So should I, Anna replied. They paused near the path entrance. We can meet again, Anna said. If you would like. I would, Tom said. That evening, Tom returned home feeling balanced. Mia ran to him when he opened the door. Dad, she said, did you have a good day? Yes, he answered honestly. They cooked dinner together. Mia talked about a group project at school. Tom listened carefully, asking questions, making her laugh. Later, after she went to bed, Tom sat quietly in the living room. His thoughts were clear. He felt no fear about the past. He felt respect for it. Across town, Anna returned home and placed her bag on the table. She felt lighter. Meeting Tom again had not opened old wounds. It had closed them properly. The following weeks passed smoothly. Tom and Anna met for walks, short meals, and quiet talks. They did not rush anything. They respected each other's lives and responsibilities. Anna met Mia one afternoon at the park. Tom watched closely, protective but calm. Mia was curious. "So you help people on the road," Mia said. "Yes," Anna replied. "And sometimes people help me too." Mia smiled. "My dad helps people." Anna looked at Tom and nodded. "I know." Trust grew slowly, built on honesty and patience. At work, Tom continued his routine. Engines came and went. His hands stayed busy. His heart stayed steady. One afternoon, Sam noticed something different. "You seem lighter," Sam said. "Maybe I am," Tom replied. Anna faced challenges too. Long shifts. Difficult decisions. But she handled them with the calm strength she had earned over time. One night, a storm rolled into the city. Rain fell hard. Wind pushed against windows. Tom sat with Mia on the couch, reading aloud while thunder sounded in the distance. "Storms do not last forever," Tom said. Mia nodded. "They always pass." Later that night, Anna was on duty. She helped guide traffic safely through flooded streets. Her radio stayed active. Her focus stayed sharp. As she drove home after her shift, the rain slowed. The city lights reflected on the wet road. She thought about how life moved in cycles. Hard moments. Calm ones. Growth between them. The next weekend, Tom and Anna took Mia to the community fair. Music played. Food stands filled the air with warm smells. Mia ran ahead, excited. Tom and Anna walked side by side. No labels. No pressure. Just presence. Anna watched Tom laugh as Mia showed him a small prize she won. She saw the strength in his patience. Tom watched Anna help an older man find a seat. He saw kindness in her actions. As the sun set, the fair lights came on. The day felt complete. Later, as Tom tucked Mia into bed, she asked a simple question. "Dad, are you happy?" Tom paused, then smiled. "Yes," he said. "I am." The night was quiet. The city rested. Both Tom and Anna understood something important. Life does not erase the past. It teaches people how to carry it. They were not the same people they once were. And that was a good thing. The road that once brought them together by chance now held space for choice. Choice to speak. Choice to listen. Choice to move forward with care. And that choice made all the difference. The city slowly moved into a new season. Mornings felt cooler, and the air carried a quiet freshness. Trees near the streets changed color, and people walked a little slower, enjoying the calm. Life continued its steady rhythm, but for Tom, something meaningful had settled into place. Tom woke early each day as usual. He prepared breakfast, woke Mia for school, and drove her through familiar streets. Yet his heart felt lighter. He no longer carried questions that weighed him down. Instead, he carried clarity. Mia noticed it too. "You smile more now," she said one morning while tying her shoes. Tom smiled back. "Maybe life feels balanced." She nodded as if that made perfect sense. At the repair shop, work stayed busy. Engines still broke down. Customers still worried. Tom handled it all with patience. Sam watched him closely. "You seem steady," Sam said one afternoon. "I feel steady," Tom replied. Across town, Anna started her day with the same discipline she always had. She reviewed reports, planned her shift, and focused on service. Yet something inside her felt complete. She no longer questioned old decisions. She accepted them as part of her growth. One afternoon, Anna visited a local school to speak about road safety. Children listened with wide eyes as she explained her job. When one child raised a hand and asked why helping others mattered, Anna answered without hesitation. "Because every small act can change someone's day," she said. Those words stayed with her. Tom and Anna continued spending time together. Sometimes they met for simple meals. Sometimes they walked through the park. Sometimes they sat quietly, watching the city move around them. There was no rush. They understood the value of patience. One weekend, Anna was invited to dinner at Tom's apartment. Tom felt nervous but prepared carefully. He cooked a simple meal and cleaned the house more than usual. Mia helped set the table. She likes flowers, Mia said confidently. Tom placed a small plant near the window. When Anna arrived, she greeted Mia warmly. Mia welcomed her with ease. Dinner was calm and full of light conversation. Mia talked about school projects and her favorite books. Anna listened closely, asking thoughtful questions. Tom watched the exchange with quiet pride. After dinner, Mia excused herself to finish homework. Tom and Anna cleaned up together. "You built a peaceful home," Anna said. Tom nodded. "Peace takes effort." They sat in the living room afterward, speaking softly. The city lights outside reflected in the window. "I never imagined life would bring me here," Anna said. "Neither did I," Tom replied. "But I am glad it did." Weeks passed. Time moved forward, steady and kind. Mia grew more confident. Tom felt grounded. Anna felt fulfilled. One evening, a heavy rainstorm returned. Tom and Mia sat inside, listening to the sound against the windows. The lights flickered but stayed on. Mia leaned against her father. "Do storms ever come back?" "Sometimes," Tom said. "But we know how to handle them now." That same night, Anna worked a late shift. Roads were wet, but traffic stayed calm. She guided drivers safely and helped where needed. She felt strong and capable. When her shift ended, she drove home slowly, thinking about how far she had come. She felt grateful. The next weekend, Tom, Anna, and Mia visited the river path near the old town. The water moved gently, reflecting the sky. Tom had not returned there in many years. He stood quietly for a moment. "You do not have to stay," Anna said softly. "I want to," Tom replied. "This place no longer holds fear." They walked together. Mia skipped ahead, laughing. Tom felt peace settle fully inside him. As they sat on a bench, Tom spoke honestly. "Life taught me that strength comes from care, not control." Anna nodded. "And service comes from understanding, not distance." They shared a quiet moment, watching the water flow. That evening, Tom tucked Mia into bed. She looked up at him. "Dad," she said, "I like how things are now." "So do I," Tom replied. He turned off the light and closed the door gently. Later, Tom stood by the window, looking out at the city. He reflected on the road that brought him here. It was not smooth. It was not simple. But it was honest. Anna stood by her own window across town, thinking of the same road. She felt proud of who she had become. Life did not give them a perfect story. It gave them a real one. The road where they first met again remained busy, filled with passing cars and flashing lights at times. Yet it no longer carried weight. It carried meaning. Two people who once stood on opposite sides now stood together, not bound by the past, but shaped by it. Tom learned that being a father meant more than protection. It meant growth. Anna learned that duty meant more than rules. It meant compassion. Mia grew up surrounded by honesty and care, learning from both. The city moved on. Seasons changed. Days passed. And through it all, three lives moved forward, steady and strong, guided by understanding, patience, and the quiet power of choosing kindness.